Mage
No,
versus Shaman.
But
Gaara
it's not
the
a
pizza.
mech shaman.
Gaara best pizza man.
That's really
Sick.
funny because he actually does do that. He always brings pizza to the department and asks if people want it.
Oh, looks like we have the overlays a little bit off. It says Ignite and Tice, and it's actually... Okay, we're going to have that fixed in just a second for you guys. But we do have a Mage versus Shaman to start out here, and it is, in fact...
Wow.
Looks like it's...
So it's Mech Mage versus the mid-range Shaman.
Yes.
So
Which might
Amaz,
kind of suffering from
Right.
the matchup.
It's like decks like Mech Mage that has pushed Shaman to the limits because remember the days when Zoo was problematic for
Yeah.
Shaman unless you had Lightning Storm, and even
Or
then
two.
Lightning Storm doesn't even guarantee you anything. It's like that at times 4 from Mech Warper because if you put out 2 of those, you gain so much tempo that it doesn't matter what you do.
By the way, exactly the bands that we were talking about as well. So,
Nice call.
Warlock and
Artosis.
Paladin. You as well, Frodan.
Oh, thanks.
You
man.
called that Paladin band really quick. You snap called it.
Yeah.
In
That's
fact, I don't
a
think you
very-
even thought about it. I think that was luck. I think that was a 25% chance how quickly you said he should ban it.
Did you see the draw? That Rogue Biter just saved the day. Because now
Yeah, he shut down the Mech Warper. That was really
Mech
key.
you will be forced to use the Flame Tongue Totem, and then you lose it to the board anyway. And now you still have it, and you have 2 creatures on board. So Mech Mage is in an awkward position. If he uses the hero power and the attack of the Cogmaster to clear the board, he loses the whole turn. And basically, that's not what you want to do against when you're playing with Mech Mage. Well, actually, it would fit the curve because he had the Clockwork Gnome. So
Say curve again for me, Lothar.
curve.
Oh,
No!
he nailed it.
It was like the first time you said it was really
Owned
sexy.
Frodan.
Yeah.
Get
See,
out,
what people
Frodan.
don't know is that Lothar's wife, yes, Lothar is a married man. Sorry to all the fangirls out there. But Lothar's wife is actually an English professor.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she teaches
No wonder your English is so good.
No. But, you know, people are making fun of my accent. And it's the
I love
reason
your
behind...
It's because there's literally nothing else we can make fun of you, Lothar. Do you realize how
You won your
how much you
group.
won the G?
You're very handsome. You're well-spoken. You're a
He
friendly
plays
guy.
guitar. He actually plays
Of course he
guitar.
plays guitar.
And he doesn't even put it on in the background of his stream. He's so humble.
He
about
doesn't
it.
lean a guitar against the wall in the background of his stream?
I don't know
No,
what
he
to answer.
doesn't.
Why wouldn't you do that if you own a guitar?
What's even the point?
Well, I want to make the point that I was a German speaker like for few years,
And
that's
he's
the accent.
multilingual.
No, that's the accent I have.
Well, looking at this, I
Well, it sucks.
Yeah, the
You have-
entity is so problematic. Although,
what for Gaara? I think this is fine. I think that you look at this and you know that that is a mirror entity.
Yeah, but now
And
you have
so you're
two-
gonna kill the thing and you're gonna have like this giant piloted shredder.
if you kill the other piloted shredder.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Kill it with your face.
wouldn't you think about just playing the Flame Tongue and killing the Flame Tongue with your Power Mace?
Right.
You don't need a really big
Yeah,
one
I guess you
creature
don't
against
need
the
the
Mech
buff.
Mage.
I'm a
Yeah.
very greedy guy, and when I see that death row, I'm like, I better have a mech out for that.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. That's definitely
The
better.
challenge is also the fact that he wants to kill his Flame Tongue because of like obvious implications. It's a 4/3 minion, but that Cogmaster can get buffed up easily and just kill out his Flame Tongue
That's
as well.
true.
That's also true. Yeah.
Well, not this time, guys.
Wow,
I mean, he does have the reversing switch, but he's got to play Lothab, right?
it's true.
You would think.
You
I
want
mean,
to take the board initiative as soon as you can against a class like Shaman.
yeah, but if you're playing Lothab, you probably have to sack the Cogmaster into the totem, which doesn't feel good, right?
Right.
So you could use like your ping and reversing switch. Like I think it's reasonable to do something like that.
Yeah, the problem is like Shaman is a class that benefits, like one of the classes that benefits the most off tempo. That's why cards like Hex and Lightning Storm can be really powerful. It allows you to squeeze in so much mana efficient plays. And so if you don't answer it with like a big strong board play for tempo yourself, you're
Yeah.
missing out. So if you float 2 mana and your opponent takes advantage of playing Azure Drake when you left the board clear, you're not going to climb back because you're going to be fireballing defensively as opposed to for the win.
True.
I do have a quick question actually for you, Frodan. What's a better team name? Is it Tempo Storm or Archon?
I have
Quick,
no
quick.
idea.
First answer.
I'm not that fast on my feet, Lothar.
Lothar, which one is it?
I can say that.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say Archon is a better team name.
But you're biased
Why would I be biased?
because you play StarCraft.
Oh. Well, we have Tempo in StarCraft too. And we have Storm. That's like
Oh,
one of the
you're
most powerful
right.
abilities.
What's tempo in StarCraft?
But
It's the same thing Tempo is anywhere.
Oh, I thought it's like a unit.
Oh, no,
or
no. It's a
actually,
thing
Artosis,
that you get.
Artosis used to talk about tempo all the time.
Yeah, it's
in
like-
StarCraft with Marine King.
Yeah,
he
but-
would play
but
a
you-
bunch of his Marines.
Tempo
But
plays
you got a
important.
unit, Archon, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the
I stand by it. I stand by what I said.
You know what? We can determine that through the outcome of this match. If Gaara wins, Tempo Storm's a better name.
What
Is that-
about
is
You
that-
know, actually, I'm sure Amaz would be really approving of that too.
Ah,
if he's able to win.
How many players from Archon are participating in Take TV?
like 5?
4, I think. I think it's 4 and
12. No.
12.
Yeah. Well, we
All
have
right.
Dr.
Amaz,
Bum.
Xixo, Zalay,
Dr. Bum.
and who else?
This guy's not a bum.
Orange, right? So it's 4.
Orange, Zalay, 6-0, Amaz.
And Reynad.
Well, no, we're talking about
Oh,
Archon
Archon.
players.
Oh,
Whoa,
oh,
Raynad
right, yeah.
joined Archon. That's crazy.
That's his
He
team, man.
created Archon Artosis.
And from Tempo Storm, we have Hyped, Gaara,
We have Hyped and
Reynad,
Gaara.
and yeah, that's it.
We have Hyped and Gaara and 2 casters.
I love it.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
That's unfortunate that the Big Game Hunter is waiting there in the hand. But still, 1 fireball more,
Wow.
and this will be taken by Amaz anyway.
Big Game Hunter and 2 hexes. It's like... He's not even really acknowledging the aggro as much. You know, the Mech Shaman already struggles a little bit against that aggro, let alone being able to win against the mid-range tempo sometimes. And he still has Big Game Hunter, so... Gaara brought a really greedy deck, in my opinion. But it's working out okay if he's able to answer this. The only problem he's worried about getting burned out of the game because of Boom Blast
Yeah.
can do damage and Fireballs can ruin
and
his day.
Frostbolts. Like Frostbolt and the Fireball might be end of the game.
Yeah, definitely could be. He's got to draw his Vitality Totems, guys.
Mirror Entity.
Oh, man. You know what? You joke, but Vitality
I
Totem
love
saved my
Vitality
butt
Totem.
a few times. More than Lightwell. Because
Yeah,
Lightwell's...
well,
yeah.
Of course, it saved more than Lightwell.
Oh,
Wow. That's a hit right there.
We'll just drop the Goblin Blast Mage now.
Oh,
Unless he had one, so...
So you ping one of the creatures, right?
Right.
No, I like... Oh, yeah. No, this is better. This is better. You'd rather get the Mirror Entity than use that ping.
And Bluff Counterspell for the Hex.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Spellbender, man.
Ooh, man.
Zombie
that's a
Destripado.
great response to Mirror Entity because it gives him
That's
so much
just
time.
sweet. And you kill the zombie chow instantly, right?
I would say so.
Yeah. You gained 2 life?
3.
3 life? You're right.
Yeah.
Math's hard.
Still, that's...
I was thinking about not using phase because we would be at 19.
Yeah, but this represents lethal.
It would be lethal anyway, right?
Well, assuming your opponent doesn't just simply clear Zombie Chow and like fireball something, but that's also the losing play from Mage because Mage has to think about how it scales into the late stages of the game. It doesn't have Antonitis, and he already played Dr. Boom, so it's definitely a losing proposition and looking good for the Tempo Storm versus Archon name debate. Artosis, I like it.
We can keep count in the Artosis book. How do you say that? Notebook? Notebook, right?
Notebook. That's right. Your wife would be very proud, Lothar.
Oh, thank you.
She is.
Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired,
you know what's
Artosis.
funny? My wife was an English teacher too.
So you have the same
That's
problem.
Wow,
weird,
guys.
but I spoke English already.
Really subtle brags about your masculinity.
Yeah, that's right. I even have a baby.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Now you
Yeah.
would just
Now, who's the real
Outcounted
man
me.
here? Okay.
Still Lothar.
Yeah, for sure.
Just look at those muscles.
the masters, man. I can have a master. Do you have? A
Oh, I
master?
can't grow.
Actually, that's the truth. If you want to show the test of manliness, Lothar can grow full-on facial hair. Me and Artosis still look like we're 17-year-old guys.
And we always will, Frodan. We always will. And I don't know why.
That's
Don't
also-
defeat me.
All right, a little bit scary here. Let's take a look.
It's a lot of mech and death rattle staying power, and he doesn't have the lethal. The boombots still can have high impact, though.
Yeah, they definitely could. It's a little bit of a gamble. Totems right away.
Well,
I guess he was looking for a taunt totem.
It's
there.
shiny. Was Gaara botting?
He's boom
He's
botting.
best shaman.
Boom botting. Wow.
There it
Wow.
is. There it is. I'm done. That was my one joke of the day.
Can I change the language of the client in game?
Nope.
Right during the game?
No, and you definitely
You
can't. No.
I don't.
That's
I
not
think
how
you
it
have to
works.
restart the client overall.
Yeah.
When you play on an iPad, you can actually change it during the game.
Really?
Yeah. You just go to the
No way.
options. Yeah.
Oh, iPad is just.
I have my
scary.
iPad like 10 feet away. I'm gonna go check. So he's gonna start trading down the board. Explosive sheep.
That's the one of
Quite
the
the thing to
10 drops you can have from the
Yeah, yeah. We
right?
actually counted it
Yeah.
yesterday, Frodan. There's actually like 7 common drops, and that's one of them. And then there's 3 other drops that happen sometimes.
Did you guys put Defiance Ringleader in there? Because I always. Get
Oh wow,
him.
4 points of damage.
Wow, that's a pretty considerable amount. And Lotheb won't stop a fireball
Wow.
from killing him,
No,
but
no.
it'll be another opportunity to present lethal.
Let's see it.
Goblin
That's
Blast
not a
Mage.
fireball.
That's interesting, though.
But hey, he has actually enough mana to play Rusty Horn as well.
yeah.
Do you play Rusty Horn? Kinda sucks, right?
Well, I think you have to play Rusty Horn, don't
Oh
you?
wait,
Right.
it's for 6. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. You play both. Yeah.
Here we go. No,
Well, that was
That's
as bad
awful.
as it
we're
could
not
be.
Call of Duty.
We're not Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's a saying.
What?
Because it's like they just spray and pray.
That's what you do in Call of Duty?
I haven't heard that one.
It's what I do in Call of Duty and Counter Strike. If you know Lothar, yesterday we were playing. We got
Don't tell me
stomped
about
like 4 games in a row.
And I'm a
And
legendary
Lothar is
eagle.
really good. He's like global elite status.
No, I'm a legendary eagle.
Yeah,
I
so-
thought the other dude was global elite. From the take.
yeah. We had 2 guys who were like the equivalent of high legend, and we just kept getting
Stomped by team
over
of
and
5
over.
high legends.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
But we
because,
had
Rain, it's
Rain
because
at the-
Raynat kept buying
Yeah.
shotguns.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
I'm actually a shotgun buyer too in that game. I'm
no.
quite bad at it, but I really like it. It's a fantastic game.
Can you get away with hitting face?
No.
Or do you have to trade?
I think you have to attack face here because you have no cards in hand. You just gotta like kind of hope.
It's still a good play. Oh,
But
that's
it's
that's
so easy
lethal?
for him to kill him here.
Is it lethal? No.
Is
No,
it? It's so
nine.
close.
Wait, it's lethal.
Oh, yeah, he
it's
does. He just used the
lethal.
fire
Yeah, yeah.
elemental and puts it in between the.
We are
both
so smart.
Wow, yeah,
Thank
you're right.
you.
That is lethal. Okay. Wow, so Gaara gonna be able to take game 1 here with the.
does he
shaman
see-
Did
deck.
they just show the dollar Illuminati sign? These guys.
He doesn't see the lethal?
No, he
Never mind.
does. He does. Right?
He doesn't.
Gaara.
He needs the taunt too, right?
What? Dude, you got lethal.
No, he sees it.
Oh,
He
okay,
sees
now
it.
he sees it. Okay.
What? Okay,
What?
yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's
this
the
is
same
like-
thing.
Okay, never mind.
Like what? All right, there you have it.
He went for
Shaman.
he went for maximum damage. He's really trying to BM Amaz with every fiber.
Maybe he
in
got
his
the
being.
quest with deal 100 damage.
It's the Austrian ruthlessness. Or no, he's Bosnian. Excuse me. It's the Bosnian ruthlessness.
Gaara is?
Yeah.
I thought he was German.
He speaks German.
Does he live in Germany?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Archers, are you saying all Germans look the same?
You caught me, Frodan. That's exactly what I was saying. I was implying that with every fiber of my being.
Well, Lothar, you're actually changing the language.
Yeah, I was set to.
Oh, you were told to.
Oh, yeah.
Lothar, if everyone
doesn't
told,
know what the cards
Lothar, if
do.
everyone told
Yeah.
you to bring priest to a tournament, would you?
Nope.
Well, that's
you
why.
did.
That's why you would. That's the joke. .jpg. Yeah, that's exactly why you advanced from group, Lothar. Touche, sir. Look at that Steed Story Cup trophy, by the way.
It's a beautiful one.
It's awesome. It's not actually that color. It's due to the light. It's a little bit more of a clear clay, but I mean now you can
Now it's
highlight it with
turquoise.
any color you want.
Yeah.
Okay, we
You
got
can even
the
put it.
English
You
now.
can even put dragons on that.
I can't wait until Tice comes back and wins this tournament. We can ask him what color he's going to illuminate it with in his house.
Yeah, that's right. I'm definitely waiting to see what's going to be happening here. Mech Mage is down, so that leaves Druid. The Druid Mage and Warrior are available, but Gaara now has Priest and Druid.
Yeah.
You have to write Tempo Storm. Archon 1-0.
All right.
That's right.
I'll take care of that after.
What was really funny was yesterday, like, Faramir was like, hey, Reynad, what happened? Tempest went 1 for... or he was going to say 0 for 3 because Hype looked like he was down 2-1. And then Archon would have had 2 players advancing with Zolay and Sixo. So he's like, yeah, what happened? And Reynad, of course...
Hi, RDU.
Reynad, of course, definitely had some salt pouring out of it. I hope Reynad gets to cast today because...
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Yeah, the PJ salt is plentiful
He
this morning.
just got here, so he should come over a little bit later. I love these guys.
Where's Amaz? Oh, there's Amaz. Okay. All right, here we go. Innervate, Wrath, and Sylvanas. He's going to need a lot of help to destroy this Mech Mage and Druid.
This was a good move.
Innervate's it's a good start. Now, Mech Warper is also an excellent start here.
You think so? Maybe you got second one.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yesterday I got Mech Warpered plenty of times. Lothar.
Well,
Plenty of times.
Oh wow, that's a good draw.
Yeah.
Really good draw.
Is a Frostbolt that important against Druid? Or is it just because it answers like Pilot Shredder?
It's just because of the tempo you can gain.
I can fix anything.
so
Can you fix my play, Cognos?
actually, I want to. Actually,
wanna
no.
what?
We already talked about Toshli a lot yesterday. I was going to bring it up again, but I'm like, no. We
Toshli is a sick card, by the way.
I
It's
like
like it just answers everything in the mid game. Is there anything Toshli can't deal with efficiently? Except, I guess maybe Druid the Claw.
Ragnaros.
Deathlord.
Well, that's
Like, yeah, there's a Deathwing actually just wrecks him. Just straight wrecks him, Frodan.
Stop being mean to Lothar. He said Death Lord, not Deathwing. But yeah, I guess you're right. No, the fact is, it trades so well into the Emperor. It trades so well into every 5 health minion.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
I was thinking about innovating a creature to clear off the Annoytron, but you can't do that. Because you have no creature for Bio.
Yeah.
You can still
Kinda
clear it
sucks.
out. You just use your hero power.
Yep.
Yeah, but next turn you will most likely drop the Emperor, right?
Right.
I would say so.
But
Toshli
Toshli
seems
might
to
be
be better for...
But if you because if you drop the Emperor, then you can play Toshli on the next turn. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
if he
yeah,
draws a
you're right.
5-drop,
Oh,
you
you're
can
right,
do Toshli,
you're right, you're
but
right.
That's way
And
better.
Swipe becomes 3 mana.
It's called playing on curve, fellas. Read about it
I will.
at tempeststorm.com. Wow.
One step ahead of the meta.
Oh,
Yeah.
Black Knight.
Dan,
and
I missed
Rogue.
you so much.
Oh, I miss you too, Friday. I'm so happy to finally be back at a Hearthstone tournament. I love Hearthstone players, man.
Yeah.
What a nice scene.
So
It's nice to be able to converse with people in your native language, right? For players.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
how good is your Korean now?
It's pretty mediocre. I've traveled too much in the past few years. It's actually gotten worse in the past 2 years.
Oh, that's too bad.
it's the same as my English.
Oh, it's worse than
Yeah.
your English.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Your
Oh.
English is fantastic, actually. As
Oh,
much as
guys.
people joke.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually, Lothar's English
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Oh.
Pretty good. If only your Counter Strike skills were as good as your English.
Oh.
Oh.
That's enough. Okay. And
No, we're
I was-
keeping up, the amount of expressions per Namaz cast. Oh, Wild Growth! That's a card. Lothar actually just flailed his arms, no one saw. The fact is, he still has that really good play with the Emperor, like you said.
Yeah.
and Wild
is
Growth
so
for
good.
1 mana, that is just so efficient.
Oh, man, that's just cray.
Cray.
Swipe for 3 mana is actually nothing to scoff at, man.
Dude, anything, like, the thing is, the mana costs in this game are very, very well done. So as soon as anything costs 1 less mana, it's actually ridiculously broken.
He
Just
got
think of
like
a card,
a
like
1.5 innovator.
Like Leroy for 4 mana.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's Shadow Step, and it's still for 5.
Unleash the Hounds for 2 mana.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I would still like to see the old Unleash the Hounds. Well, not now with the new,
Yeah.
like together, but try the old.
Yeah,
old
bring
style.
back Buzzard at 2 mana.
You
That's
remember
what
the
Hunter
first
needs.
Unleash the Hounds, right?
Wow.
Your beasts have 2 plus attack and charge.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
perfect. Did you see that? That
No,
Blast
no,
Mage
what-
got the memo. He was supposed to shoot the Emperor once
Yeah, I mean,
and then hit 3 to the face, and that's exactly what he did.
you know, when I gotta
Oh, look,
wonder
there's an Pagel.
is yeah, he's a great
I
card.
thought we banned that card.
Is Amaz like actually playing around the possibility that stupid battle cry dude comes out? Was that what that was?
What Battle Cry,
Well,
dude?
Cry, dude.
The guy that makes
You mean-
battle cry minions cost more.
Oh,
Wet-
Nerub
Wet-
Wedlord?
Yeah, because he pops out rather often from Piloted
For
Shredder.
you, yeah. I get Mana Wraith a little bit more often to complicate things.
Yeah,
he
Mana
played
Wraith is
around
funny.
Mana Wraith, right?
Okay, yeah, I guess he was
Right.
playing around one of
Oh,
those.
he drew. I catch one.
Wow. That's a really big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and the Fireball. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have the Fireball without the Net Pagel.
Right.
but does
Fireball's
the
still a
Fireball
little
do anything?
complicated.
What to do?
Not this time.
It burns the face.
Yeah, I just stated the opposite.
You see that little action figure, that stick figure that's in the middle of the fireball?
Yeah.
That's Gaara. In
That's
6
Gaara
yeah,
right
in a
there?
few
Oh,
turns.
God.
Yeah.
Fireball has killed quite a few shamans in its day.
So now you drop
Yeah.
the Mad Scientist, Cockmaster, and Frostbolt. Totally.
Totally.
That's how you buy tempo. Did you see what? Did you hear my pun?
Oh, sorry.
As
What would you
far
say
as
it
I
again?
know.
Wait, hold on. Say it again, Lothar.
That's how you buy tempo.
Oh my god, Amaz buys Tempo Storm confirmed.
I mean,
Make
he
the Reddit
probably
thread.
could.
But he didn't go for it. I'm really wondering why,
that
right?
Oh, the freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
like
just-
the Cogmaster is really great against Druid because it has so much value
Right.
with
Yeah.
trading, right?
Eh,
Wow.
Wow.
That
100%.
Pagel.
that's a good Pagel right there.
That's a Buzz Hunter.
That's a 100% Pagel. That's an Artosis Pagel.
Whoa.
And it's not a golden one.
I know. Well, I guess we should probably.
Pagel's just happy to
reevaluate.
have his time on air right now. No one plays with this guy anymore.
It's true. This is so problematic.
Reversing switch. Now you can kill the Pagel with 1 mana.
It's true. It's actually very true. You're right.
Yeah, he may actually want to do that too.
You don't want to get the Pagel.
Let's see.
Swipe. Oh, wow. That's
Two
two
swipes.
He
swipes.
can double
Wow.
swipe
Oh,
this
wow.
turn. That's pretty sick.
You do it, right?
I would
Yeah.
assume that you'd want to, because you're at 16. You need to stabilize the board. Sylvanas actually still is full health after that too, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, swipe doesn't hit Sylvanas.
the question is...
test that out? Wait, you have. You looked at me serious.
Yeah, no, I wanted to
Oh.
let you know because I've really done my homework now on what does what damage and kills what.
You should release a YouTube series. It's like, interplaying with Sylvanas and just keep trying to do every single spell with it
That's why I play Crush in my warrior deck now.
for your Sylvanas.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's full 7 mana. Get rid of her.
So you first
And a single
use the
tear rolled down
Taskmaster.
Artosis' cheek.
Huh?
You first use Taskmaster on her to decrush the P4.
No, he first used Inner Rage, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Inner
that's
Rage
good.
Crush.
It's only 7. Yeah, then it's only 3 mana.
Yeah, no.
It's pretty sick.
And if you can't, you could have big game huntered it. Double swipe is very good. And I guess
You go face, I
guess
think.
you.
Pagel isn't going to draw again. You drew 2 times.
Yeah,
Are
you go
sure?
face.
I feel like the last thing.
Thing is, if you do that, then
No way.
Sylvanas just gets fireballed anyways. Like, right?
Yeah.
Free
Oh,
draws.
yeah. It's also another target that if you trade into something, it could steal. Because if
Yeah.
the Pilot Sky Golem came down here, for example, Sylvanas can't steal anything normally if the
Yeah.
Pagel wasn't on board.
True.
That's a
And-
100% Pagel.
That is a 3-card draw Pagel. Look at the difference here. Like, literally, he would have just had
had
fireball or something, right?
Frost.
Like,
He would be drawing Fireball.
yeah.
Or sorry, he'd be
Well, I
drawing.
guess he got that
No,
earlier.
he'd be drawing the Pilot Sky Golem.
Yeah. But still, it's such a big difference. He'd have 3 less cards in hand. Are you kidding me? The Pilot Sky Golem, I mean, a Piloted Shredder is so crazy. When he gives you something like
It's
this.
pretty nuts.
God.
You know what's even crazier? The Pilot Sky Golem, which drops the Pilot Shredder.
Which drops the Nat Pagel.
Which drops
Which
the Nat-
drops the
which,
fish.
Which draws you a Pilot
Yeah.
Shredder.
Yeah. It's a never-ending loop until you die of fatigue.
We need to make a time travel movie about that.
I am ready.
God, not the greatest things for him to
No.
steal into.
Harrison Jones? Well, that's not great. You still have to remember that there's a trap. The mirror entity up.
Oh, you're right.
So you want to get
yeah.
to that Pagel.
So actually, playing Harrison Jones and then attacking into Harrison Jones might be like a very risky play.
No, you
he's
do
got
this.
it perfect. Yeah, he can steal the golem.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, that is sick.
Wait,
Craigasm.
Serious.
That's really well
That's
done.
such a good turn.
Really
by Gaara.
well done.
Holy
Really smart.
crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's an
He's a.
arch
I mean,
play.
He thought of it really quickly too. This is really impressive. He has a lot of experience with this. Gaara's been grinding a lot recently, like even more so. He stayed up till 7 a.m. practicing every day.
Really?
Even at this event, he came in. He actually kept up Forsen, and I know because Forsen was complaining about it.
Well, Forsen's already out. He can be kept up.
Dang, he's not even here to hear your burn.
Yeah. Was he sleeping in?
That's so bad.
Yeah, that was what a crazy play there by Gaara. Like,
And that's 2 mirror entities, right? So this mad scientist
Yeah,
will go
that's all.
fishing for nothing. He
Hell
wants to
to
be
that.
Knack Pagel.
Wow.
if only he could kill his own golem.
I mean, he
So you
can get
know
to
just
work.
wild growth, right?
That's right. Wild growth on 9 mana.
That's the best play.
Oh look, that's a
Oh, there
Wait,
is another
what?
secret. So
Oh,
it's
just
just
highlight
counter
it
spell.
here.
yeah.
Let's see.
That's a
It's-
secret.
wait,
Entity.
Oh, okay. Oh no, it was the previous game where he
Yeah,
dropped his
right,
zombie
you're
shot.
right.
Right.
You're like,
It-
wait, he isn't shaman? What's going on?
He picked the wrong class.
I like how he can do 7 right now to kill the sun. Oh man.
Yeah, this is his best chance of survival.
Yeah.
Just has to go for it. But of course,
It's
it's still
the right way to do it.
risky because he's going to be 1 point off either way, or 2 points off his opponent hero powers.
Oh wow, that's a greedy
fireball.
druid.
Jeez. Well, he still has to draw into something that he can play. Ideally,
Yeah.
he'd like to have Zombie Chow.
Nourish too.
Wow.
Oops.
That's a lot of cycle.
What happened with that excess mana here?
It looks like it's just some bug.
So he's going to try to gain life. See what this Sky Golem spawns. Maybe a taunt.
Oh, that's great. That's like a one-eyed cheat without stealth.
And he has no pirates. in
Yeah,
his
there you
deck,
go. Now it's a big game hunter.
Oh, sick.
We're moving up in life. Oh, that's going to do it, though. The two fireball.
No
Protects the
way.
fireball.
If you look really closely, there's a Bosnian flag also on the stick figure. Boom. That's going to do it. Series is tied. And, the Mech Mage...
Well,
even
it
though
was
it struggled-
kind of favored, but without the net pagel, he would have lose the game.
Oh,
instantly.
100%. Yeah, like
Right.
Gaara made some really powerful plays there because Mech Mage is supposed to be Druid, so
I mean, Gaara also drew both of his innervates to get some early game tempo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's also like one of those things where you could look at that and be like,
didn't he draw the Harrison the turn he did that move too?
or
was that
yeah, I think so.
That's a pretty good top
like
pick as well.
in general, Gaara was drawing much better than what Amaz was
'Cause-
as at the very beginning stages of the game. But
Yeah.
I felt like in the end the RNG evened out.
Well, I don't know. 3 Pagel draws in a row though. That's like
100%.
that's crazy, man.
Fair enough. I don't know the exact odds of drawing both.
I
innervates.
remember the old days when
If you-
Pagel would draw more than your opponent, you win every time.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
it was
Just 'cause
just so
you could-
silly.
you
Also
put
from
Pagel-
ESGN days. You have
Yeah.
a cup here.
Yeah, let's advertise that company right there. This is like a Frodan meme right now. It's like I moved across the world and worked for ESGN for a year, and all I got was this lousy coffee mug.
It is. I actually keep it here too. I don't actually take it with me.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Take
People
that
think like you
with me.
travel with this Frodan. No, I actually left
I
it
could
here.
see you. You're in the middle of the night. You just look like, oh, you just throw it into the wall.
And then no, I'd like go over and try to rebuild the cup and like put it piece by piece. Like I didn't mean it. Take it
Cup
back.
is broken, just like the company it came from.
Oh, just like the dreams that came along with it.
No,
Oh,
it's happening.
just like the
Those
strategy of Gaara.
Yes,
Because it got broken by that Mech Mage. Druid versus Druid, let's go. This one is a little bit slower from Gaara. Can he outpace Amaz's Druid, who looks to be slightly faster? He does have Scenarios, so... Oh, he's got Scenarios and Lotheb. Okay. All right, so we've been seeing some players go for, like, the pretty heavy Druids that go for a lot of Cycles and
I
Emperors.
think you got to reset that one.
Reset?
Like leave in the bottom right, maybe.
Okay, it's bugged.
Oh yeah. But yeah, go ahead, Frodan.
Yeah, I was just saying that it's really interesting to see now Druids are starting to deviate in their builds a little bit, and it does impact the mirror significantly. Some Druids go to build around Emperor Because if you don't have good card cycle like Nourish, then Emperor becomes a lot weaker, especially if you have to innervate and you only have like 2 cards in your hand or 3 cards. Versus some druids legitimately are just faster now because they still value like just being able to get something on the board and go for the combos. And so now I'm really curious to see like how this ends up paying off.
Double Doomsayer.
Wait. What?
1 mana Doomsayer.
Because I was listening to you and I wasn't looking at
Yeah,
names,
I wasn't
but now I
either.
see that he has
Now I see your faces
Doomsayers.
too. I'm like,
That is so cool, man. Is this his answer to Mech Mage?
Or just ways to scale back the greediness from
Yeah.
Ysera.
now he can drop
He can
Ancient of Lore.
coin
Wow.
Ancient of Lore?
That is so
That's-
sick.
That's so awesome.
You know what is awesome
That's
about
incredible.
Doomsayer too? If your opponent wants to keep her those, you'd still have a target for Savage Roars.
Yeah.
Unless he doesn't play those at all.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
Right.
But I think with those amounts of cards that you have in your deck, with like double
Dude.
Doomsayers, Onyxia,
Look at-
Kel'Thuzad, you might not be playing Savage Roars, right?
Look at this game right now. Just
and
look at
Ancient
this.
of
It's
Wars.
Dude,
it's like the
Look at
trademark.
both of their hands
He's
too. Like
he's
there's
bringing back the
double
Ramp,
Ancient of Lore.
the Ramp
Yeah.
Druid. He's bringing back the Ramp Druid, but he brought some fire with him.
Yeah, he brought the Doomsayer Ramp Druid. It's my
God.
favorite version. I will actually. Here's the thing. I do not like to play Druid decks. I like avoid them very regularly. But I like Gaara Druid decks when he makes something like new and freaky. I like to play it, and I will definitely try this one.
Wouldn't be the Harrison Jones better here?
Well, generally speaking, Harrison Jones, the earlier it can get out, the better. But I guess he just wanted the card draw a little bit more.
What you have turn 7 play already. right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's also because his opponent would have
wow.
to swipe to deal with this efficiently.
He's using the Force of Nature.
Like, what else? What else
well,
can
he
he do?
didn't have anything else anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else
Yeah.
can Amaz do? Amaz is just like victim of his opponent getting the Emperor first. You know, in a way, because Gaara got the Emperor and Innervate, he's just like 6 or 7 mana ahead of his opponent right now.
You mean the Emperor Cobra, right?
Yes.
That's what he means.
That card's undervalued and underappreciated. Every time that comes off a web
Hey,
spinner.
he actually played that at DreamHack.
You played in the
Summer.
handlock and used Shadow Flame.
He played Gaara played that in his
Wait, what?
Ramp Druid. Remember that? He played 1 Emperor Cobra. It was actually pretty sick.
Oh, wait. I
yeah,
think
so
you're
he
right.
doesn't undervalue it.
Yeah. That's why he's ahead of the meta. Man, Amaz just getting shut down. He played Dr. Boom, but his opponent has the perfect answers. I can't help but feel
God.
bad for Amaz here. Just like he's just getting absolutely
Gaara just looks like a
steamrolled.
genius right now.
Well, that's the victim of his type of deck building. Sometimes he looks completely like a fool, and sometimes he looks like a complete genius. And in tournaments, you can definitely get away with it a little bit more.
Do you know what's about to happen? Like, Amaz is going to do
Kel'Thuzad.
something, and then Kel'Thuzad will come out, and the game is over, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gaara will
That's it.
sacrifice both the Drake and the Beacon Hunter to kill the Ancient of Lore.
Wow.
And drop the Doomsayer with it.
Oh man.
Yes.
How does it work
Actually, how does that
exactly
sequence? So
yeah,
if,
exactly
if,
what I wanted to ask.
I don't know. Actually, because it's the beginning of the turn. Wait.
No, it would kill Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, kill KT. Yeah. Stop trying to confuse me, man.
I thought you guys were joking for a minute there. Like, I want to go along with this joke. What are we?
This
What's the
game.
punchline?
No, they are
this game
golden.
is a joke.
Wow,
Yeah.
did you see that? Kel'Thuzad transformed the non-golden cards into golden ones. Pure
Oh, that's
value.
awesome. Pay to win confirmed.
Dude, this is crazy.
Oh, it has like
That
a
is like straight up power creep.
pew.
I feel like I'm watching the X-Men versus Green Lantern right now.
That's
That's what
the
this
Green
feels
Lantern.
like to me.
No, versus Aquaman, dude. Aquaman.
Green
is
Lantern's
just,
pretty bad too, right? I think they
Green Lantern's pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah, they're both pretty awful. So, but like this is just crazy by
Wow.
Gaara. Look at his. It doesn't even matter the silence. Who cares? Whatever.
You got a 6/8 creature
Boulder Fist
with a
Ogre.
crown.
Gaara right now is just like thinking about the next series.
Well, this is still 1-1, right? So
Yeah,
I
I,
said
guess
1-1.
the next game.
The next
in
game,
which case he has to win with Priest. Man, we forgot the spell powers on the field, so that swipe and Wrath are
God.
so clean.
Look at his hand too. Like he can put out Toshi now.
Yep.
It's,
Oh wow.
it's so crazy.
Maz needs 2 mind control techs to climb back in this game.
Seriously, you're right about that.
Oh, just 1, I guess.
Oh, well now he can't. Gaara played around double mind control tech. Ooh.
Well, this is why the old adage where people used to say that the slower druid won, because if you played reasonable amount, you just can't overcome a board this big.
Yeah.
But usually one of the ways you could capitalize was to get early tempo with Shade of Next Rammus and then combo your opponent out. But Amaz just got completely pushed out of the game. There's moments where I think was like the fact that he drew Innervate so late, the fact that he drew Wild Growth on like 9 mana just kind of symbolizes the entire game there. He was just really far behind in mana.
The Emperor kind of changed the whole game because, no scope.
360 no scope, 420 blaze it.
Wow.
His memes per minute are out of control.
That's
Amaz 0 MPM.
Emperor Meme Zan over there, man. All his memes cost 1 mana less at the end of that game.
That's so stupid.
All right. So
You should be designing the April Fool's jokes for Blizzard.
who, me?
And fix the animal
Oh,
companion.
I think they did a great job at this April Fool's.
Yeah,
Because
they're
they
like
were
fixed a
setting up-
bug that said that it's like they said fixed a bug which Animal Companion didn't summon Huffer. I was like, oh, 10 out of 10.
Oh, well, the one for StarCraft was even better. Back at BlizzCon, they showed this unit for Legacy of the Void called Cyclone. And we were like, oh, yeah, this isn't
Here it
making
comes.
it. This isn't making it. And they released the beta like on April 1st, basically. It was like late at night. And Cyclone was still in the game and still just as
Wow.
powerful. It was so funny, Frodo. And they're like, they're
You're
drawing
worse
it
than
out, too.
Raid
It's
Ad right
still
now.
there. It's still
Oh.
there. It's shocking.
Look at that.
Wow. Okay, so I think Amaz got redeemed by every single thing that happened in the previous game. Right now.
You have few options now. You can innovate the Shade of Next Rammus. You can just play Druid of the Claw too. Or you can play Coin Wild Growth.
Right. I think he just wants to value the curve a little bit better because he has the opportunity.
Did this just happen?
Oh, misplay!
Did that just
Gaara.
happen, Gaara? Did you just miss a damage? Oh my god.
Become legendary.
Yeah.
I actually
Hey!
sometimes I
Well, I mean, I practiced with him a little bit, so maybe I'm starting to rub off on Gaara.
I smell pancakes.
yeah, they're definitely making pancakes right now. I smell it too. Do you guys smell it at home? Cool, now I want pancakes.
And before all the stoner threads. This cast is so unprofessional. The casters are high all the time. It's like, no, they're actually making pancakes, guys.
Yeah, no, they're really actually making pancakes.
I was thinking about innovating Druid of the Claw here.
I actually like
But then
using
Valen's
that.
Chosen, right?
I think that's I like to play it better there, basically.
Yeah, you play around Valen's Chosen.
Valen's
So-
Chosen would destroy the Druid of the Claw. And you lose their Innervate and your coin.
No, I mean, you can charge it. Charge into the free tool.
Oh!
So you play around
Interesting.
Valen's Chosen, and you still have 4/1 creature, which is kind of a problem
That's
for
a
the
creative
priest.
play. I didn't think about that.
That would have been pretty cool. I like him though using the wild growth because otherwise he's not gonna.
Right.
It's like he's gonna have the worst gross turn the turn after that where it's like okay, wild growth maybe I'm not sure. Like
What I like about the Wild Growth, too, Dan, just follow up your point, is that he can coin Druid the Claw, then he'd be on
Yeah.
5 mana the following turn to Innervate an Ancient of Lore, or pretty much anything that comes that's not
Yeah,
serious.
yeah.
Like, even Dr. Boom might be drawn next 2 turns.
oh god,
that's right.
Gross.
Conveniently enough, there's a Shadow or Death, so if Gaara can pick up anything that will gain him immense tempo off of the next draw or 2, he'll be in a good spot, but I still think the Injured Blade Master here is really powerful. Because as the Priest player, you want to seize the board as soon as you can. Oh, so he wants to protect his card draw mechanism.
Oh, wow. Double shield.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
You need the Doomsay for that.
Must consider.
All right.
So Gaara wants to go for building the board a little bit more resilient, but just plays conveniently into swipe.
Yeah, it does.
It's like you can't play around everything.
No, certainly not.
It's really easy when you see both hands.
Right. You can't play around like every single way Druid can answer your Northshire Cleric, but I can understand the reason why Gaara wanted to do it. Northshire Cleric and drawing cards is like the way you can run away with the game right there. So if you can protect it as best as you can, then there's an opportunity there. Unfortunately, now he's in an awkward spot.
Yeah, he is.
Because now if he plays the Injured Blade Master, his opponent has Wrath, he can
Wow.
develop another Shade, and you're in trouble.
That's really risky.
Yep. But hey, his opponent just used swipe, so he probably can't leverage the removal as easily.
What about
That's
just
painful.
playing Keeper and killing the Injured Blade Master?
Oh yeah, he had the coin, so he didn't have to give
Yeah.
Intervene.
Huh.
If he did that, then his opponent... I don't know. It's a little bit hard to say. Because that Druid of the Claw still is problematic. It's a 4/6 versus, like, now
He could be saving the silence for some other effects as well. He might be afraid of.
Oh, that's a perfect draw now. Now you can kill the Blade Master and drop a creature.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm just thinking if it makes him too vulnerable because the Druid of the Claw's at 2 health.
Nah.
But it's pretty strong still.
You have to kill the Twilight Drake as soon as possible.
The 4/5? Yeah.
It's basically the same.
Don't we call a 4/5 a Yeti? Isn't that pretty much agreed upon? You breaking the rules here,
Sorry.
Lothar?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
If that was a
just
4/9 or a 4/8, we could be calling it, a Twilight.
This is a good save, though. Like, not getting too greedy with the Keeper of the Grove
Yeah,
ends
this
up paying
is-
off. And Amaz is one of the... I mean, people always taught him for his priest play, but it also allows him to be good against priest because he's very understanding of what he needs to hold on to.
Very much so. But yeah, this is one of those cards that you definitely want to have that silence for.
Yeah,
So.
and Sylvanas is pretty unanimous across every priest list. Because
Yeah, I have not seen a priest list without Sylvanas.
cards
in a
come
long
and
time.
go. Mind control.
Yeah.
Sometimes people play circles or not. Some people play Light of the Nars or not. But Sylvanas is one of those really synonymous things that you need to keep a grove for.
She's like Powered Shield or something. It's just like in the deck.
Yeah.
But
Core. Unless you're Strife Gripe. I'm getting one day Strife is going to innovate priest too. He's innovated almost every other class at this
yeah,
point.
pretty much.
Are you Lothar giving us the?
Why do you hate
Why do you hate
Strife
Strife
Crow?
Crow?
That's really weird.
No.
He's
I-
like such a nice guy.
Did
I
you
didn't
see
say-
his video where he's just like a little
I
teddy
didn't
bear?
say anything. What are the guys saying?
I don't know why you hate him, man. It's really
No,
weird.
I
That's
don't
all I'm
mind.
saying.
Strife Crow's
Ooh. Oh
Strife
no.
Crow's life.
1 mana off. Some coolness. I mean, he can steal the 2/4.
Still pretty impactful to steal the 2/4. The
Yeah.
only thing is,
It's just stealing that shredder, which just
Right.
feels so good.
yeah. The only thing is that the Belcher is really good here too because it challenges everything.
I like it, and it saves that combo so that he can steal like some ridiculous minion the next turn.
Ooh,
Black Knight
Dr.
Bagel?
Boom. Dr. Boom comes into the hand. And there ain't no party like a Dr. Boom party.
Yeah, those parties are fantastic.
Yeah.
If you drop Dr. Boom,
Unfortunately-
I like being part of them.
A lot of there's so often though Dr. Boom shows up at the party, then another Dr. Boom shows up, and then
Oh, right.
stuff gets
Two
weird
booms
quick.
walk
Man.
in, only one.
There's a game of volleyball in that party now.
a game of
Okay.
volleyball.
Some old men with guns come to the party.
actually,
Sometimes before volleyball, sometimes after volleyball.
Just like a classic party.
They
in
never
the South.
live. I've never seen a BGH actually connect to face after Dr. Boom. That doesn't happen.
Did you know that Amaz has his volleyball team jacket on it?
Yeah, those Archon jackets actually do look kind of sporty.
I don't know.
They also do
Under
look a
it.
little bit familiar.
He has a
Oh, does he play
werewolf-
volleyball?
Werewolf jacket. And I asked him, what's this about?
Yeah.
And he said it's his old volleyball team.
Oh,
Amaz used to play volleyball?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I know. He's your height.
Wow.
What? Aren't you
Aren't
the
you
same
my height, Lothar?
Yeah, but I was playing basketball in my high school, as in the high school team.
You play basketball too?
Yeah, but
Is there anything you can't do, Lothar?
He does everything.
Can you even beat Dr. Boom? No,
when
you
I
can't
have a
do
big
that,
game
that was
hunter, I
true.
can.
Touche, sir. Well, there's a very, very difficult way to deal with this Dr. Boom, considering that your opponent could have like a Savage Roar Force Nature. But if he's been paying attention, he can know that his opponent's been holding onto the coin the whole time.
Yes, and I think he knows that actually. Gaara is not a player that wouldn't realize that.
And Amaz just
Must consider.
made his big game hunter useless. You can't play it now.
This is pretty tough.
I mean, he could,
Let me
Yeah,
check.
first,
but that's
right?
not good volleyball play.
Oh, okay.
You might
But
feel a
thankfully,
little
Gaara controls the sand, so maybe he wins this volleyball play.
Look what
Oh
he got.
wow, that's quite nice.
That's actually a really nice recombobulate.
Frostwolf Grunt.
It's so super funny when introducing those cards. made the competitive tournament so much different from the usual things that we saw. Like, who would have thought of Mogre the Ogre being played in tournaments
Seriously.
and Wisps
Unstable
and
board.
whole
Well,
goblins?
that's the
and-
whole point. Like, nice shot. Good shot. Yeah, that was a good spike, Amaz.
Yeah, man, that's 1 point for Amaz's team. Or is it 15? No, that's
That's
tennis.
tennis.
Yeah. I don't know sports. I'm sorry, guys.
You know, esports.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't play sports ball here.
Sports ball! Get your sports ball out of here, Lokar.
You know, I guess this Boombot has such a wide range of stuff. Would you want to even try it, or you just kind of do damage with Druid the Claw and let your opponent handle what you have to threaten with? Because if you possibly could get lethal here.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Just have to hit the face and 50% chance to win the game.
50-50. True.
Where shall I strike?
No, it doesn't need to, though. It's not like a really tight position.
Yeah, it's not like he's about to lose this
Someone
game.
was arguing with me that Priest is the best. I mean, Druid is the best matchup for Priest. Like 3 people already.
And
Wasn't-
you think it's really good for Druid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Sixa thinks it's really good for Priest.
You think
Frodan,
it's really
you were
good?
saying
I
you think it's
think
quite good for Priest?
I think it's not like amazing. I think it's decent, like decent to good.
I think it has to do if you get your injured Blade Master down and he lives, personally. That's like...
Yeah, it's the same when you play Handlock. That's why I said
Right.
the
Yeah.
Twilight Drake, right?
Yeah.
It has the same purpose. If you have the Twilight Drake up, then the Druid has to use the Keeper for that, but you can't use Keeper on the Blade Master, so it's even better.
Oh my, Wrath? Is that how
Oh, that...
Wrath?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
he can remove...
No, he can't pick up Shadow Word Death with it, unfortunately. I thought maybe he had enough mana to cycle and then get Shadow Word Death to remove
Yeah.
Dr. Boom, but he's going to be 1 mana short.
But he can heal, so he might live at 1 health. It's possible. And if you look at the hand of Amaz, it's definitely possible. I love how many matches we have going to game 5, by the
Man,
way.
if...
This is like...
Because it's like, it's so close to everything. If that Druid the Claw had 1 less health, Wrath would have allowed him to push through.
Well,
That is no.
no.
Yeah.
Well, here,
There are so many outs from Druid right now. Swipe,
Yeah.
another
Force of
Keeper,
Nature,
Force of
Keeper.
Nature,
We already used
Savage
one swipe,
Roar.
Druid
right?
with the
So
claw.
that's not it. That's not it right there.
bang.
But it's another problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. That's like just big enough that Sledge Belcher really
Although,
doesn't
if
do
he gets Shadow Madness, Shadow Madness is actually...
Whoa, Shadow Madness is
Wow.
pretty sick. You're right
Yeah.
about that.
But you'll still most likely.
That's not Shadow
dead.
Madness. All right, hold on. Nope. Wait, no, I mean,
yeah,
he can
just
play Belcher.
Sludge
Belcher might
Belcher.
give him another turn.
Yeah,
Definitely a
just
possibility.
impacted.
Let us see if this works.
It's got to heal, obviously. Oh, he's not even going to heal. That's, well, I guess that's fine, actually.
He's dead either way to any direct damage.
Wait, no, he dies straight from this because he didn't
Oh,
heal because of
you're
hero
right.
power. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was definitely, like, he was going to lose this game, like, most likely, but that was definitely a mistake to play both minions.
But does Amaz sees it?
Yeah, Amaz might be like
Ooh.
totally mind game. Like
Yeah.
Gaara played it so convincingly that it's maybe
Yeah.
Amaz can't.
Well, you wouldn't expect Gaara to make a mistake like that.
right.
Dead on board.
That's an Artosis mistake, not a Gaara mistake.
All right. Well, he sees it.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
that
I would.
that ends up the game. So now we're tied 2-2. We go to what's the final match here?
It's going to be Druid from Gaara.
And the warrior from Amaz, right?
Our warrior
Going up-
from
yeah.
Amaz
Okay.
and
So
priest. So
this
warrior versus
should-
priest.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Priest. Sorry.
This is a really fun matchup. Warrior versus priest. It's,
Oh, right.
It's a
Okay.
little
All right.
grindy.
Yeah.
But it's with 2 players who know Priest in and out. That said, I have to look at cards like Mind Control, which is like definitely a really big deal in this matchup. But Thought Steals, of course, are the big key, players.
Yeah.
as
What
well.
do your thought seals grab? Like, do they
Just what do you steal from your opponent?
Yeah. That's a big deal. Obviously, if it gets very slow, the armor gain can be kind of a big deal.
Right? You can't grind your opponent out fast enough.
Yeah. Like, there should be a huge life advantage for Priest, and of course, for Warrior, and of course, like, the weapons can help a lot. I don't know exactly what's in this Warrior deck. If he has something like a Gore Howl, that becomes a pain in the ass as another control deck.
That's
Unless-
true. Gore Howl
unless
is a
Priest
huge.
is using Thought Steal to steal the Gore Howl.
Ooh.
That's what happened to me at WCA.
And then you Harrison
Stuff
it.
like that happens sometimes,
Yeah.
man.
All right, well,
That's not bad.
pretty
You have default
slow
steal,
start.
but you have default steal, so it's
Yeah.
kind of okay.
Yeah, both of them have really slow starts, so
You don't mind the slow start against the warrior anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
for the most part.
can take your time. You don't have to drop things on the board just for the sake of it. Like, normally against more aggressive decks, you'd probably want to play Shrinkmeister on curves, so that way you have pressure, but
Not,
or board
not-
presence.
yeah,
But
not
like,
to our fear
not
warriors,
against a
yeah.
warrior.
Yeah,
Exactly.
certainly not.
And vice versa. Like, at least warrior has something to do. You can armor up.
May as well. Yeah. Death Spite definitely going to be more impactful in this early game.
You could have also dropped cleric with shield.
Ah,
Okay.
interesting. So he's got a brawl.
The
and-
Brawl is a pretty good grab. The Shield Slam...
It's
Yeah.
great for Pyromancer, bro.
Yeah, it can be okay for that, but also you got to remember, like, he definitely can get armor in multiple ways. Like,
With Cabal
You-
Shadow Priest,
yeah.
Amaz Smith, an example.
I mean, I can't tell you how many games I've mines stolen the Shield Slam and then seen an opportunity where that could be useful. So
Double Cabal Shadow Priest. Wow. Now you have to drop the forward shield.
Yeah, just keep up the cycle. Just who can get to their big threats. And the game starts ramping up right around here. Turns 5 and onwards for Warrior, you can start putting out reasonable minions. You see his curve from 5 to 7 is really impactful. And, of course, Priest does have some answers to it. But it's a little bit problematic. Would you want to draw another card here? Oh, he has a
I
sludge
think you should
belcher.
just use Slug Belcher.
Yeah. Can you move that? Can you move that flag, Lothar? I can't really see. There you go.
No, sorry.
Lothar with his flags,
I know.
I swear.
That's my pole.
I got it, Lothar. You know that was pretty clever, but you're entering freak territory.
I mean pole, like Polish, dude.
Wow, Frodan. Where's your mind at? In the gutter?
No, I knew exactly what you meant. Triple on.
I tell you, man. Frodan over here. Oh.
He can handle it.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. Just remove this as best as you can. One thing, interestingly enough, he didn't use the Taskmaster initially. He just wants to keep the health as high as he can on the Belcher. Pretty reasonable. The only thing is, like, if you use the Cruel Taskmaster the other way, you have less health onto your Belcher, but it challenges the Northshire Cleric better.
For now, this turn, I mean, for me, this turn is really tough to say what is the best option here without being really experienced at Priest, right? Because you have an obvious play with Cabal Shadow Priest stealing the Taskmaster, but that's kind of weak when you can also drop the Injured Blade Master, use the Circle
Yeah.
of Healing, and also
And draw 2
Light
cards.
of Naru and heal yourself.
You
or
have too
the
many
minion.
cards, though.
Do you want to go to the fatigue
Must
with this match?
consider.
I don't think you want to go like so fast, right?
It depends. It's like if you're outcarding your opponent, then it actually is a really big deal.
Look, I think you want to outcard him. I actually like this play over what you were saying there because of how many cards are in hand. And I think you should draw as Priest. I think you don't want to go all the way against the Warrior. Because overall, they're going to gain more life than you during the course of the game, and they have Alex Straza, so it's like you should be unfavored in that way. They also have more burst, so I don't like trying to fatigue them as the Priest. I think that the Warrior has an edge there, so
Yeah.
I like the drawn cards, but with this many cards in hand, I like the way he's going. Like,
Yeah,
let's
and-
start trading into things. Let's use this ridiculous board presence that you gain from Cabal Shadow Priest.
You know what I would really like to see next turn? The Belcher will die. Then you can use the Cabal Shadow Priest on the Little Slime and drop the Light of Naru to get the minion out there, and use the Circle of Healing next turn on turn 8 to get like a massive amount of damage from that little creature.
Well, Amaz is holding on to this Sludge Belcher as much as he can because he knows it's problematic for now. But one thing that I'm never sure about in this matchup is how much I should value it the later the game goes on, because Shadow Madness and Recombobulator plays
Yeah.
with this Sludge Belcher can be such a big swing on the board. So
It
like you
certainly
can protect it as much as you want, and then it becomes a 5/5 or better.
Well, we still didn't see a single Shadow Madness from Gaara. But he plays double
Yeah.
Shrinkmeister and Recombobulator,
I have to
so he
imagine
has
he
to
has to.
have
Yeah, he has to have it.
Maybe at
least
least
one.
one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be super
It would make
surprised for
sense with two.
but
Right.
Yeah.
something has to be cut here as well. I haven't seen an Akanai yet. There's definitely no Chows.
If he plays Circle, he most certainly has to play Alkanai,
You would-
but maybe no zombie
Yeah.
chows.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't go so anti-aggro
Yeah.
in a group with those players, right?
We
so
haven't
you can
seen
cut the zombie.
we haven't
chows.
seen Holy Nova yet, right?
No.
No,
we didn't.
but I think One Holy Nova is still core because of like all the impact it has. It synergizes so well with a lot of your draws, plus like
Do you think he has Vol'jin?
AoE.
A lot of people have been hating on Vol'jin lately.
I don't know why Vol'jin's awesome.
Vol'jin is awesome, and he turns Holy Novas into good cards in control matchups.
I agree. I'm inclined to agree.
As
This is
you
a tough
very
turn
well should
still. Sludge Belcher is like your best to soften up the board, but
Yeah.
it's still very weak. And now Warrior can really start punishing by dropping Dr. Boom. Or he drew Pilot Shredder. Now he can Pilot Shredder Fiery War Axe.
Yeah, I like that a
Yeah.
lot. That's really good. Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
time to cash in on the
Yeah.
Sludge Belcher.
Yeah.
Because if
He
you
got
play
good
the
value
Pilot
then.
Shredder and you Shadow Madness it, then he can just trade in the Belcher for the Pilot Shredder
Yeah.
and Shadow Madness.
I like it. You're right. That's definitely
Then
good.
the Pilot Shredder also is scary on turn 8 because of the Cabal, Shadow Priest, and the Shrinkmeister. So Amaz is playing really well around the cards
Certainly.
and the turns from his opponent.
Definitely. But now you have double Injured Blade Master into Circle, which is really good.
That's
against
pretty
this
good,
board.
yeah.
It's good, but his opponent has 6 armor. So it's like really easy to shield slam.
But
and
he used one Shield
capitalize.
Slam already.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did it on Cabal Shadow Priest.
Oh, you're right. No, yeah,
No, that was
execute.
Execute. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Then never mind.
No worries. But if he did, it's a good point. He wouldn't be afraid of it. Still, execute is also a problem.
Yeah, he'll deal with both these, but
It's unfortunate you healed the Shield Maiden to 5 HP.
yeah, that is certainly.
So he's got a board clear, and he can play Dr. Boom too. I just want to get Boom out there as soon as possible, personally.
Well, he
he-
wanted to bait out
yeah.
the Shadow of Death with the Shield Maiden, but it didn't
Right.
work.
That's true. That's a really good point.
You,
But he has
you
to
feel
do
pretty bad
something.
as a priest to Shadow or Death, a Shield Maiden.
He has to
That
do
doesn't feel
something.
right.
Maybe Sylvanas, because it challenges the 4/7s really easily with like dying and stealing them.
The problem
So-
that Amaz might have is the fact that he will not anticipate the brawl from Priest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he certainly won't, but he's keeping track that neither card has been played that was stolen.
So those might be like Alexstrasza.
They could be. I think he's
Gromash.
afraid at this point.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty of times that he could have played something smaller, like a weapon or a piloted shredder.
Right.
So now Gaara needs to draw Pyromancer. Oh,
Oh,
Holy Nova.
that's a
Okay,
good
that's
draw.
okay too.
Yeah, it gives him plenty of time.
Yeah, you're not going to get a better one than that.
And you know what's it's starting to get to the point is where the warrior is somewhat afraid of dropping things because it's just afraid of the priest having the right answers. But at the same time, is he forced to do anything? What if Amaz just says, you know what, I pass and I go back to you?
Yeah, and then
because
it goes
it's
to
like
fatigue,
now the
right?
priest has to present the problem. Otherwise,
Yeah.
warrior gets out of control with their draws and their AOE.
There's the Alkanai.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Well, you have to drop it right now.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it's a super important card here, anyways.
Do you use Light of Narrow already? I don't think it's so important to chip off those 2 points of
Yeah.
armor, and the 3 points of damage to a minion might be
Yeah.
crucial.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Good point.
You don't actually need the little dude anyways right now. It's like not really needed.
I have the option to buff it anyway.
You got to use that to heal up Gromash when you're both
Right.
in fatigue. That's what you got to do.
You know what will happen? Amaz will drop the Pilot Shredder, and then Gaara will use Cabal Shadow Priest with Shrinkmaster to steal it, and will
So
get the
sick.
Mistress of Pain from the Pilot Shredder and kill itself
That's
with
so
the
crazy.
Alkanai.
Oh man.
wow. That would. You know what?
You'd have to like shield
Oh,
slam
that
your own
happens.
your own missions of pain to make sure it doesn't happen.
That would be so
Yeah.
insane. But he needs armor to do that, Frodan. That's tough.
I wouldn't mind if Amaz dropped the Armor Smith to let his opponent steal it with Cabal and then play the Pilot Shredder afterwards. Because it's very clear that he's going to let his opponent... Like, he's going to let his opponent draw cards.
Oh wow, that's really unfortunate.
Would you actually
draw.
steal that, even though you have the shield slam, though? I don't know that I would.
It's really
because I have the
tempting.
Shrinkmeister in hand. I only have one left.
That's
I think I
true.
would be very hesitant.
But then, then you have something on the board. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's a 1/4. Armor Smith's just so pitiful in this matchup.
Yeah, it is.
So big, but so, like, in aggro matches, but
So big there, but so small here.
I know. Kind of like me in StarCraft and me in Hearthstone. God. Armor Smith's just gonna be sitting there then. So what's he gonna do? It's also getting to
I
the point
think
where if he
it's-
drops something, it can get mind controlled. So he has to be really careful with Sylvanas.
Yeah, but I like the drop into Amaz Smith. Now you can bait out the second Cabal Shadow Priest.
Yep.
You know what? Like, yeah, I guess he doesn't have a good way to deal with like a Sylvanas being stolen right now, but I think I wouldn't really care. Like, if you're, because you play a max 1 mind control, of course. I would be much more afraid of Sylvanas getting like just shadow worded. I would actually, if Gaara would tell me I will mind control your Sylvanas if you play it, I would play it 100%. You know what I mean? Because
Fair
there's
enough.
like there has to be 3 to 4 minions that are better that can be mind controlled in a warrior
Yeah.
deck.
Let me
And now,
change.
Gara is pushed to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
He has to do
But he
it.
didn't have
because-
any other play, right?
He
He
still
was-
has
Yeah, exactly.
the shield slam. Like, because what happens is one thing that Priest struggles sometimes in this matchup is not having enough removal for the bombs. And so if he wasn't able to capitalize on shield slam at all,
Now it's 1 damage.
well, now it's 1 damage plus a whirlwind effect with Pyromancer.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's still
It's slightly
decent
better
card.
whirlwind.
look. He got the brawl, so who cares? It's like the brawl is quite. It could be a nice one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's a Shadow Madness, but there's also no target for it
yeah.
for now.
But now it's like really good against Sylvanas, so you need to make sure to keep this combo so that way Sylvanas has a really big impact onto the board. You damage it a little bit. In fact, if you play Pyromancer and then Shrinkmeister with the Shadow Madness, you can pretty much suicide Sylvanas guaranteed into anything.
Man, this match is
Yeah.
so exhausting for the players.
Yeah,
It's really taxing because the problem is the hard part is that Priest doesn't necessarily have like a win condition against Warrior initially, but Warrior at the same time can't account for everything that's stolen, so they don't know exactly what's perfect to play around. It's very stressful on both sides.
Yep.
Some first world problems right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, it's so stressful playing. cards
Meanwhile,
with
like
my
1,000 miles
For
away,
money.
people are worried about their heads getting cut off.
Oh, that was not funny at all.
I'm not inviting you to my parties, Lothar.
No.
You and Dr. Boom are off the list.
Sorry. I will have my own party with Dr. Boom.
Sure. Sounds good to
I will
me.
invite Dr.
You can tell him all your puns, man. Man, okay, so he has removal on this Cabal Shadow Priest with the weapon straight up.
Dr. Problem.
Is that what you want to
Dr.
do?
Problem. You can't solve my problems, man. I think Shield Maiden is still like a vanilla enough threat. It's still a 5/5 body.
Yeah. Like, I
And-
wouldn't mind him clearing
yeah.
and just playing the Shield Maiden.
It is
I
your
think it's
second
fine.
Death Spite, though. And you,
Yeah, he still has 1 Cruel Taskmaster. And I
Right.
think actually keeping specifically the Cruel Taskmaster in this matchup is a really smart and good thing to do because
Right.
the extra 2 points actually can make a difference. And you have,
Right.
if, like, I don't like it when I see people use Gromash in a control matchup like this as clear. I think you've got to try to use him to kill the priest.
See if this works.
Oh wow, this is a neat play.
yeah, so he's going for a lot of like swing plays here, and he's gonna use it right now. Let's just make sure not to suicide things.
Trogno, stupid.
And part of what makes him get away with this is the fact that his opponent already used both Death Spite, so it's likely that he doesn't have as many whirlwind effects as possible. And now everything on the board challenges. But again, he's kept most of his removal and threats. And I like that as soon as he drew Sylvanas, he knew he essentially has a mind control. So he can go for more board
Yeah,
pressure
yeah.
and start pushing to
a good
potentially
point.
start reducing his opponent's life.
He has like 2 mind controls right now. And one is the old style, 8 mana.
And he's got ultimate removal with Brawl. I mean, both players have Brawl, but in the end, it's like Warrior has to be the one pressuring. Although, let's see. Both players are actually even on card draw, so fatigue might not truly matter.
Who started
yet.
the game? Oh, no, never mind. Xixo. Amaz started the game. So, actually,
Well-
Gaara is 2 cards ahead.
Well,
What?
I mean, Amaz has 12 cards remaining.
Oh, sorry, I just mixed up the both
Yeah.
monitors. Sorry.
All right, the brawl comes down, and the Shrinkmeister survives.
Okay.
I can't tell if that's... I guess that's the worst option for Gaara. The Trog would have been problematic because it's...
Yeah.
It keeps growing with, like, shield block and stuff.
Yeah, this only has 1 health, so it's like, eh.
Yeah.
Can only be healed up to 2.
Second Shadow Madness.
Ah.
That's madness.
Drawn a little bit late, but that's all right.
It's still pretty impactful considering his opponent has Shadow Belcher. Sludge Belcher.
Shadow Belcher. I think you might consider playing the Light of Naru here.
Did Gaara use both
make it a 3/2.
Shrinkmeisters?
Yeah.
I want to say yes, but we've been seeing a couple games already from Priest, and it's hard to tell.
If I'm correct, there's 1 Fiery War Axe left as far as weapons go, and he's already cleared out a lot of the small stuff. So like, this seems like actually a pretty good play. Like,
Yeah.
everything else is so situational. He's almost got a good enough hand to kill every threat that can come
Yeah.
out.
It feels like it's almost time for Dr. Boom to come out because you need to start having... Actually, no, yes, Sludge Belcher. But then what if the opponent's Shadow Madness or Recombobulator? Then the board's insane. You just used your Brawl. You're losing most of your armor. Will Shield Slam even have that
He used a
significant of an
Recombob
impact?
already, right?
Did he?
Didn't he? To make the... Oh, wait, no, that was last
no,
game.
That was
that
the
was
Druid
last
game,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
He changed the 2/2 to a Frost.
Yeah, so he knows that there's Recombobulator
Yeah.
in here. But he already used a Shadow Madness as well, so it's
You can't play around everything though.
Yeah,
like,
you
know,
can't.
Dr. Boom challenges the 2 health minions with the Boom bots, but then of course the risk is they trade easily into Dr. Boom. Don't even have to use Shadow Word Death because that Light Horde gets healed up.
Yeah.
I would say that the problem is different. You can play around cards, but in a game, when you're not going to have fatigue,
Is that really big? It's like I guess that's not that big of a deal. It's that you usually when you see the Pyromancer, you can clear the board against Dr. Boom for Shadow Word Death.
I must consider.
well, you have.
God,
do you
there's
have
like
to
a
use
lot
the
to
Shadow,
consider.
Shadow Word Death?
You don't have to. You can trade
Yeah.
your
No,
guys in.
You actually need
No,
to
you don't want
keep
to.
them as much as possible because Ragnaros, Alex Straza, and if
Yeah.
Gromosh comes down, it's like
I think the
And you
Light
want one
Ward
for your own
is the
Sylvanas
most
anyways.
important card right now on the board.
right. The thing is, if he goes for the super greedy play of like, say, just like like a Pyromancer coin or something like that, it's a risk of these boom bots killing off these minions on the board. So the fact that the boom bots are there are
If
still
the boom bots
problematic.
both hit his face, he would be so happy with that.
Yeah. What if you just cash in immediately, like heal yourself
And just
and then
take
kill,
out the 7/7.
Take out the 7/7. Oh, he's gonna use. He's gonna
It's
go
not
for
bad, but
it. Okay.
And he didn't heal himself first.
No, it looks like the light one went down.
Oh,
well, I mean, that's
that's
a risk that
unfortunate.
you take.
Yeah, it was definitely a risk.
I don't.
that-
I think he should have attacked first. The extra 2 damage doesn't
Free.
like it does. You know, it felt greedy. He was like counting on the boom bots not hitting what they want to hit, and they always hit what they want to hit.
Yeah, now that he has 1 Shadow Word Death less, like, and the gamble didn't pay off.
And he
His
has to
board
keep the
pressure
second
is like-
Shadow Death for
yeah.
Sylvanas also. Well, he doesn't have to, but it will be nice.
No, it's a good point. I guess maybe what encouraged Gaara it was that the fact that he has Brawl, so it's another potential form of removal, but it's always scary because it's not guaranteed. And then now, like
Well, he has
Harrison,
Brawl. You know what? He has actually. Look at how hilarious this is. He still has a coin, and he has Brawl and Sylvanas as well. That's pretty fun.
Oh, you're right.
That's a
no,
sick
that's so
move.
big. That's probably
That's sick.
influencing a
I
lot of his
forgot
plays.
That
That's
can
sick.
even happen.
Because then, no matter what, you win the Brawl.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
combo is actually insanity. So.
Yeah. He's
That
gonna
is-
sit on that forever.
Oh, so look, that's the second Shrinkmeister.
Yeah, good call, good call, Lothar. Like not having the second Shrinkmeister would have been a big deal, but because he does, it's really nice.
Oh boy.
Every card has potential to backfire, and Amaz is very outspoken about how like Warrior still doesn't need to do anything. But
That belongs in a museum.
I mean,
Well, he's baiting out everything
Yeah.
so hard.
This is where the shield slam comes into play. You definitely use this
Yeah.
here to clear.
Yeah. Oh
Like
wow.
a billion% you use
Now
this
you
to
have the
clear that.
combo even without the coin, man.
Oh my god. This is getting gross, guys.
That's hilarious.
And it's really important that he did draw the Emperor right now because it's a big threat just to drop it on the board. Even
Right.
without the
It's a
effect,
5/5,
it would
yeah.
still be very impactful at this state of the game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's already used so many weapons and stuff. It's like, what is, you know... He either has to proc it somehow, which we don't even know if he's playing Whirlwind, and he only has one Cruel Task, or he
You
has
have
to use
Shadow
the Shield
Madness
Slam.
for free, Shrinkmeister for 1.
Oh,
That's insane.
dude, Gaara's in such good shape here.
Is there a
It
way
depends,
to deal
though.
with
I still
yeah,
think
Shadow
Warrior's
Madness.
in an okay spot, just because.
Well, he's got power cards for sure.
right. The end. I think it's because I'm trying to line up all of the big threats. Because what happens is if Amaz can be in tune with what Gaara's played so far, he realizes that maybe he has situational cards and he doesn't have to do anything more than drop them one threat at a time. So if his opponent just keeps dealing with one threat, he has to eventually like use Sylvanas Brawl or Sylvanas Shadow Word Death on like one threat, and he can win with another. Like he still has Alex Strauss in his deck,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
Gaara only has one. Shadow Word Death remaining.
No, no. Oh, wait, you mean in the hand, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, he already used the other one.
Yeah.
He used it on Boom.
Hero Power Pass.
I mean, this is what the state of the game is. We're 5 cards in remaining, or 6 cards in per player.
Well, he's just got to get his Alex Strauza before he does anything. That's
And
like the trigger.
Again, it's on the onus of the priest. So I still feel like Amaz is in a pretty decent spot. There's 2 recombilators?
Double recombilators. Wow. I didn't anticipate
Wow.
that.
See, because
This is insane.
one
Like,
is
the-
already pretty greedy.
The things he
Yeah.
can do with his hand is so crazy here. I love Gaara's decks, man.
But it's...
That's a dead card.
He's so greedy with
Yeah.
his decks. It's impossible.
Acolyte is very weak in this position because now it might be the point where Priest wants you to draw cards,
Yeah.
so that way, and it can keep healing it up.
Yeah, I would never play that right here. With this few
Although-
cards left in deck, no, screw that.
Although
it's
it
like
could
scary.
be 3. No, you don't want to use a Cruel Taskmaster.
You,
Then
you want
lose
to
your
drop the
activator.
Acolyte of Pain on the, in the moment when Gaara will drop the Sylvanas.
It's a good point.
If he steals
Yeah,
the,
okay,
the
that's-
Acolyte of Pain, then you can push him into drawing more cards. Silk of Healing, wow.
Kind of a dead card too. We're entering the final stretch, guys. These guys are limping across the finish line. It's pretty much nothing. Both players are just being super defensive.
Well, I think these guys are walking across
Oh,
the finish
man.
line like they've walked across this
Double
whole
Acolyte
game.
of Pain,
Yeah.
that's all.
This is like they haven't really damaged each other that much. They both have all the powerful cards left, like the reactive priest cards versus
Right.
the aggressive warrior cards, because that's just kind of the nature of the two decks.
Warrior has
Right.
the edge here because he can go above 30 points of life.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the end,
That's
all
10
you have to do,
cards.
if they're even on fatigue, all that matters is that you have the final threat on board.
Yeah.
Because you'll outrace them.
Yeah.
There's
Mind
mind
control is so big.
Wow.
Now,
Wow, wow,
if
wow.
Alex Strauss will be drawn,
Alex Strauza would be so big.
yeah.
No, but I mean, your opponent drew a card, so you can shield block. I mean, Amaz might still realistically feel like he shouldn't draw any more cards, but
How
he
many-
can't lose the board.
How many Thought Steals did Gaara use? Just one,
This is
right?
yeah, he used one.
So
Right.
if he draws
Another thought
Oh,
steal.
yeah.
another
It's Thought
Thought Steal,
Steals.
then he has 66% chance of drawing Alex Strauza.
Right, he might have
Oh
to dump
my
his coin
god,
too.
that's crazy. Actually, that could really change things.
But on the flip side, if it's the last card, he might only have a chance to draw like one card in
Yeah,
4 cycles.
there might be one more big guy in the deck too.
Right.
We can't know 100%. Like there could
So-
be something crazy in there. Like a
Now it will be
Baron
Shadow
Gaddon.
Madness with Recomboblism.
And
that's Thought Steal.
He has to dump the coin first, though, or something. He
You,
has to
you
play.
go first with the Shadow Madness, I think.
Yeah, you Shadow Madness first.
Recombab.
Recombab it.
Recombabs. What you gonna do with all that recombobulator stuff?
I can't wait to see what he gets. Watch it just turn into a Sledge Belcher.
What will be the best outcome? For 5 mana.
A 5 mana?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's tough to say.
Alex Strauza!
It's a really high chance.
And
And
I mean,
execute. Actually, based off
fantastic.
that, I think
He's got it.
He's got this.
Ooh, that's a good one!
Ninja?
Holy
No
crap!
way.
What? What? Okay,
That's
hold on. I
hilarious.
haven't used this card since the first day. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty sick, actually.
We can show it to the guys.
I don't actually. Did he get anything? I don't see a card that he recombobulated.
This is a tree, man.
You're a nerd.
But don't you see that he has like 2 branches in his hand, so he's acting for a tree?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I had no idea.
That's Ancient of Lore.
That's just a tree. All
It
I
is
see
a tree, man. A 6/6 tree.
I thought they
I
were
think
like
that's a
little
druid
divining
card,
rods or
right?
something.
Well, Emperor Thorzen makes everything cheaper, and it is a threat. Although
Oh, Thorsten's a good drop.
it's interesting because, like, now you don't have the biggest minion on board, but that Ogre Ninja is so complicated because of combat math.
Well,
I'm
I don't
fascinated.
even math that. That's like
Do you even math?
I don't even math. Wait, where's his brawl? Didn't he have a brawl?
He used it.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay. Like, because this wouldn't be a bad brawl board at all.
Yeah. This is really bad now for Amaz because he's used up almost all of his removal. There's only 1 execute left, and Alex Straza. And Gaara has
Gaara's
3 or
got this,
4
man.
removal. So now it's to the point where he has to really just start dropping bombs
Yeah.
and make sure that he can start winning on board.
That's a last resort play.
Oh, is he gonna hit
He
it?
needs to hit the 6/6.
Oh
man.
Can't
Wow.
believe it. Oh my god.
Can you steal the Ragnaros?
Yeah, Savannah's
You can. You use the execute on the armor smith. Kill the
Yeah, he
kill
could.
the 2/2 with the attack of Recombob and
can,
then Sylvanas.
If these guys are writing down every card, can you write down cards in this tournament?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, they should be because these guys are both like really, really good pros. So he knows that there's a BGH left in his hand.
Right.
Because there is never a warrior deck that doesn't have a BGH.
And there's execute too, which he
Yeah.
could have been drawing.
yeah, that's
lots
true.
of
He just
cards.
took an execute for God's sake. So.
But the important thing is that he baits it out, and in the end, again, only 1 minion has to stick for either player because at this point you're going to outrace your opponent in fatigue.
yeah.
You sure of that? Amaz still
2
has
cards
2
versus
cards.
1.
And
Yeah,
and
but then
Gaara will start with the
like
fatigue next
he's
turn.
working on 3 cards effectively.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he
Alex
is.
Straza can be. Oh, no, never
No,
mind.
there's 4
right,
cards
yeah.
in his hand basically. Now 5.
Because acolytes are dead cards.
What do you think about just dropping the Alex Straza here?
And you execute the rag.
you don't
That's
have
like-
an execute.
No, his execute's the last card.
The
Oh,
last
I'm so
card.
sorry. I was looking at the pre-stand.
No worries.
Yeah, but you, Gaara will get fatigue from the next turn. So if you get him to 15,
he can't shield
Fatigue,
block.
fatigue still doesn't matter as nearly as much, though.
Look, why don't you just BGH it?
Like it'll start mattering when his opponent's taking like 4 or 5 damage. You just have to stop taking board pressure.
you can draw the execute with your shield block right now.
Yeah, you can. Do you need that execute for this? Because you know that he's going to steal at least one more thing. You know that he has like Sylvanas and stuff. Why don't you just BGH this?
He can also anticipate the Alex Straza from the fold steal.
'Cause
That was like 66% chance of
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
but so he drops the Emperor.
The
makes
thing
it
is,
cheaper.
Alex Straza doesn't do anything immediately on the board.
Yeah, that's
Rag does, so
Okay.
you have to...
So I think Gaara might be forced to Sylvanas Brawl here because
You
he
think?
doesn't want to use his Shadow Word Death because he knows his opponent still has Alex Straza.
You most likely will use your Alex Straza to heal yourself at the point when you'll be like at 3 points of
Yeah, yeah, I
Right.
think that's where he will
and you will
use
get
it.
additional 1 turn to play.
Right. Or maybe he can just brawl and remove whatever comes out. He can save Sylvanas. That's probably better.
Yeah, he
Is
goes
it?
for
I have
it.
no
I don't
time.
know.
He goes for it.
He has to because he's running out of time, and he knows his opponent has Alex Straza. So if he plays too slow on the board, his opponent will pressure him.
I don't know that I'm 100% with that move that we just saw. Like, I understand it, but I don't... I feel like I would have taken until the
Right.
bottom of the rope that turn 100%. This is actually getting so complicated.
Well, how can Gaara deal with 3 threats?
It's not. They're not really that.
Execute
big
his own
threats.
Sylvanas!
It's still funny a year later, man.
A year? A year and a half.
A year and
Long
like
time.
a month. He did it in like February
Really?
of 2014.
Was it that recently?
I did. I actually read
It
in my
feels like
diary.
it was
I said, "Dear
2012.
diary, this is a year since Artosis tried to execute his Sylvanas. LOL." That was the journal entry. That's it.
Well, I'm sure there's more than one page about me in there, so
Gaara
I am
basically...
flattered.
Absolutely. You know it, Dan.
It's so funny that that Amaz has basically like 4 cards in his hand.
Right.
Because you can't use Acolytes of Pain, and the shield block is kinda
Well, he was a
So-
little bit unlucky with how late he drew his acolytes. Like
Yeah, that's true.
the game could have looked a bit different, but I feel like Gaara played this like so godly, and
It's still not over though, because he has 3 threats and there's 2 forms of removal in Gaara's hand. So if you play Sylvanas here, you can still slow play this because of exactly what you said, Lothar. If he's taking pressure from fatigue and it's starting to rack up, you can Alexstrasza ahead. So if you drop Sylvanas here, you force him to complicate the board and maybe trade everything in and then drop Alexstrasza. And then you can...
and then you can't proc for
I
execute.
have no time for games.
You
'Cause he can
technically
actually narrow down what
You
was
actually
left.
technically can because Gromash can attack into it and then execute.
No, I'm talking about the other way around.
Oh, you're right.
Like Amaz, if he has to trade all in, which he should do here, he should be trading all in. Then he can never proc for the execute. The
Right.
execute is a dead card, so he has like 2 dead cards there basically.
And now, if Gaara's smart, he trades
2
it
dead
in
cards
and
against
lets
3.
the Northshire Cleric get stolen, so that way he can force his opponent to catch up.
Dude, you know what's
No,
going
this
to
is-
happen
this is
here?
exactly what
This is really
happened.
good.
He
This is really
trades
good.
full in. Okay, we have Gaara trade full in, and then we're going to have eventually Alexstrasza is going to have to be played by Gaara,
Right.
and then Gromash, because his 9
Attacks.
health, can hit him to
And
proc for the execute.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Priest can't do anything.
Yeah,
because
Warrior wins.
there's only 2 forms of removal and there's no more bombs after that.
That's the problem with the Sylvanas Brawl
Unless, but the thing is,
You're
Gaara's
right. You're right, but he also needed to take it out because Alexstrasza with the board could instantly kill him.
Gaara is looking at this.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just do the execute here? Why doesn't he run his 3/2 into this and execute?
Why would
Is
you
it
do
is that okay? Is that doable?
And then play Alexstrasza?
Yeah, I think.
But then your
no,
opponent
I
just
mean,
drops.
Maybe he plays Alexstrasza and just goes for it straight up.
okay.
And like just
I'm fine
pressure
with
because
it.
that's the winning
I'm
play.
fine with it. Yeah. You know what? You're right. That is the winning play because it really looks like
And now
Amaz has it.
I'm pretty sure Amaz just has to make sure that he has just a minion on board to pressure.
Oh, what happened?
Forsen woke
What
up.
was this?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Mine's back.
You sure
in
of
Korea
that?
right now. Yeah, I'm quite sure. Yeah. Mine's older than that actually.
Okay, so let's think about this.
Okay.
That was a really good move from Gaara because
Yeah, that
that
was-
was like the one chance he has to win this game. If he just played it control, he would have potentially lost.
Okay, no, you run Sylvanas in, I guess, and then hopefully you steal Alexstrasza from it.
And if you don't, you execute.
Yeah, and you can actually,
Here's a problem.
and then you can just Alexstrasza him. Oh wait, no, because he has the execute.
because he has Shadow Depth. Here's another problem too. If
Yeah.
you steal Northshire Cleric, and then he has the 2/2 survives, he's going to make you draw a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
That's
lose
true.
auto.
The circle of healing is
Damn.
Circle
so,
of healing is really big. So,
important.
he has to be. I mean, he has to weigh the option of 66% chance.
So you Gromash first to kill the
Right.
priestess?
Maybe just to guarantee that you don't die to it.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's- He's going for it. Oh! That's a really big deal.
Yeah, it is.
And is that the game?
Hold on.
Hold on. He will have
Well, no, I
still
mean
3
he
creatures
clears
on
both
board.
these.
Right, but then how does he deal with Alexstrasza?
Yeah. Well, no, he can run both these minions into. Okay, wasn't this a mistake? Shouldn't he run the 2/2 and the
No,
1/3?
because he has
How
no more
can-
minions on
yeah,
board.
how
does
can
he
you
kill?
win the game-
How does he
game?
kill?
You have no damage.
Yeah.
And execute. No, and then you execute the Gromash, and then when Alexstrasza comes out, you still have Shadow Word Death, and you're ahead on life.
No, but
Oh,
he
he
doesn't
has
have
no
any
minion.
minions to pressure. Like he needs minions to damage his opponent.
Oh, because he's behind on fatigue
Yeah,
by
he
2.
has
That's
nothing.
right.
He has
Yeah,
nothing to kill his opponent, and this should seal the game. Like really, really well played on
Oh,
both
wow.
ends. But looks like Amaz is going to take the series
Insane
after
game.
like a really good series of patience and sequencing being demonstrated. here.
Damn, that was good.
This is a really good
The
matchup.
usual
in
thing to
general.
do is now to talk about the other plays that could have been done, but there were so many different things happening in this game, I'm not even sure what would have been better.
That
Well,
was
I mean,
insane,
the whole point
guys.
is that.